All right. Let's get speech chat turned on here. Okay. Shit. I got granola stuck in my teeth. Hold on a second, folks. All right, that's a little bit embarrassing, but all right. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Lincoln Clay. We're back for some Project Motor Racing. We've got some new DLC today. Hope everybody's been doing good. It's been a little while since I streamed, and mainly in part because of my father's passing. We had to get everything arranged for the funeral, yada, 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 and we're still, even though he was laid to rest on Friday, we're still getting things in order.
At hole in Dan Sock said, yes sir.
Dan Sock, how's it going? Hope you're having a good day today.
Ain't no stopping this train! Whoa!
Yeah, and if you would, let me see. Can I get the thumbs up? Nope, I guess I have to do it this way. If you give it the old thumbs up, I would appreciate it. Damn. Now I got the granola stuck in my throat. Might have to get up and grab a drink.
At
yeah.
hole in Dan's sock said, bless baby.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, we're still getting things together. But yep. So yeah, we're moving on. You know, my father's moved on to a better place given his health, how it's been the past 10, 15 years, whatever. Anyway, so again, today is we've got the new DLC, the GT Icons Pack DLC, which consists of 9 cars from the 60s and 70s, and we get a track called Rocky Knoll Highway, also known as Road America. And we all pretty much guessed the reasoning behind that. So there was a lot of things that I wanted to talk about today. My original plan was not to do any racing in VR because there's so much to talk about. You know, this DLC, there was
At hole in Dan's sock said, life is life, it's all we got, brother. Now let's race.
All right, you got it. So we had an update yesterday addressing a few things, and the one that I was concerned about was the VR, because we really hadn't heard anything from the devs as far as the VR goes for at least a week. The last time I saw something in the Discord from the devs, they had kind of like hit a bump in the road and said, you know, when you hit one of those situations where it's, you know, it starts out small and then it snowballs. So that's where they were at with the VR, and I did not take that as good news. But with yesterday's update addressing a few things, and I guess visuals are a little bit better. I think there's supposed to be a draft now in this game. I don't remember all the notes. And the VR is now in an alpha state, so it has gone from experimental to alpha. And to put it bluntly, I mean, I'll get to that when we actually do race in VR, but the long and short of it is the VR does look sharper and it does run better when I use the OpenXR toolkit. The trade-off is that it appears that the devs have disabled the mirrors in the rear view cam, but it does run good. Now the aliasing, the TAA, I turned that off in order to get a sharper picture because, you know, trees looked a little bit pixelated, and so did the fence with the aliasing on, and it made the distance look a little bit blurry. But when I turned it off, everything is sharp. The trade-off is that when you turn off the aliasing, you're going to get the glittery edges and stuff. So that's the trade-off. But it does look good. It does run good. I would say right now, in terms of in terms of the sharpness that I'm getting, minus the aliasing, it looks as good as any other racing game in VR. And again, it's running pretty good, given my settings. So right now, if it can run as good as it does now and give me that same sharpness without the glittery edges, and they can sustain it, will be pretty good. Right now, the other thing with the VR is that I still can't race online because it's subject to crash at any given moment for any given reason. Single player, I can seem to get through a race single player, but yeah, online, yeah, that's a problem. So as far as VR goes, you're not gonna see me do too many races in VR until it's optimized some more, where it won't, where the performance won't drop. And yeah, the game will crash in certain situations. So one thing that I am finding out, that when I'm using the OpenXR toolkit, it will crash in certain situations. So basically, once I put the headset on, as I'm backing out to the main menu, basically I got to keep the headset on until I get back to the main menu. If I take the headset off while it's in the middle of loading a screen, then it might crash. So I'm still figuring all that out. Now, as far as other things that I wanted to talk about that I'll have to save for another stream, we did get the reveal of the Steam Machine yesterday, and the price is stratospheric. I wanted to talk about that today and further state my case that building a PC is still the best option. The way with these prices, look at the way they are today with consoles and the Steam Machine and stuff like that. Not only would building a PC be your best option, again, if you're willing to use secondhand parts, like I've said so many times, you can build something that will outperform all of those machines at a cheaper cost. So, that's something we'll get into another time. And it's basically the Steam Machine basically opened the floodgates for Microsoft and Sony and stuff like that, because I think the Steam Machine sounds like it's underpowered. And basically what that does is set the tone for Microsoft and Sony to say, hey, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X is more powerful than the Steam Machine. So if they're going to charge $1,500, I should be able to charge $500. We're not living in that day and age where companies try to undercut each other. Now we're living in a day and age where companies try to leapfrog each other. Oh, he's charging $1,000. Well, I should be able to get $1,300. Well, he's charging $1,300. My console's more powerful. I should get $1,700 and just keep hopping over each other. I personally think the industry needs to burn down so a new world can rise from the ashes, and it's not happening soon enough. I think $1,500 for a Steam Machine is outrageous. $900 for PlayStation 5 Pro. I can't justify it because I can't see enough of a difference between that and the PS5, along with having to pay for online. Can't justify that. Same thing with this Series X, all that good stuff. So let's check out the DLC. That other stuff, we'll talk about that another time, but let's get into the DLC. So these cars here. So we got a total of 9 cars. We got this Corvette, the Ford Capri. Now, this was a car that was made in the I can't remember if this car was supposed to replace the Pinto or if it was made right alongside the Pinto, because I think the Pinto probably came out 1970. and I think it might have ran for 3 or 4 years. And then I know the Capri, I think the Capri probably ran till like 1976. But I do remember the Capri. I remember when I was a kid, I remember thinking that I wanted a Capri for my first car. So it was kind of cool to jump in that. And then we got the Porsche RSR Carrera. I don't know if we'll try out all these cars, but we'll check out some of them. And then right here, the 60s, we've got this Corvette Grand Sport. Yeah, I'm not that interested in, I'm not really feeling that Jag. This Daytona, yes. The Shelby Daytona, yeah. It's all right. What do we got here? Oh, these are all Ford cars. Okay. Wait a minute. That actually looks pretty good. GTE, GT3, as you all know. Group 5. All right. And so this right here, I think this T70 MK, I think this was also one of the cars included in the pack. So, because they've given us a total of 9 cars in one track for $15, I think it's worth it. Now, this Porsche 917K, this car is a classic car, retro car. And any car that has it, any game that has it, the car is free. But on GT7, this car is a Legends car. And if you don't have 20 million in in-game credit, I originally said that it could cost you up to $200 to buy this car, which it would if you were to buy the in-game credits in a not so smart way. But even if you bought the best possible package for the in-game credits with real money, it would still cost you $120 at the very least in real money to have this car. And then to make it even more messed up, this is one of the cars that the game came with on GT Sport. But now they want to turn around and charge you $120 in real money if you don't have the in-game credits built up. So that's shiesty. All right, and then let me see here. We got the Chaparral. I don't know if this car ever existed in real life. I guess it was a real car, being that it said it reshaped the direction of all future motorsports design. So this Ford, GT, this was another car that I was interested in. I'm not sure if this car's a 1967 though. I thought this Ford GT Mark IV, I thought this was like a 1969 or 1970. Because I don't believe this, when they won it in 1967, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's when Ford won the Le Mans 1, 2, and 3. And I do not think it was this. It was a Mark IV. I think it was just the GT40. Yeah, here we go again. The TK.
At a man YF6PR said, That chaparral is in GT7 as well.
Oh, no kidding. In GT. So, you know what? Let's start out with this Corvette. And let's try with the new track.
Said, woof woof.
Necrodogs, how's it going?
Said, hope everyone's doing well.
We are doing well.
At Necrodogs. Said, long time no see. Lincoln.
Yeah, it's been a while. Necrodogs, yeah, I had to tie up some family ties, so to speak. Let me see here. Is the Oculus mirror on? Okay, folks, I'm going to turn on the Oculus mirror, so the screen's going to go black for a second until I get the headset on.
At AmanYF6PR. Said, what other game physics would you compare PMR to?
What other game physics? Give me a second here. We good to go? Yep, we good to go. What would I consider the physics of PMR? I've said it a long time ago. I think the physics, the handling and all that stuff, I would put it right in between. I think it's a little more simulated than GT7, but not as much as, say, ACC, Le Mans Ultimate, or iRacing. I think when it comes to like simulation, 100% simulation, I think, yeah, iRacing, Le Mans Ultimate.
Said, hi. The Ford vs Ferrari Le Mans year was 1966.
Okay. That GT40 Mark IV, though, I thought they started using that car in 69 or 1970. But hey, you know, I mean, yeah, definitely. If you're certain about that, go with it. Oh, look at this. I hope this runs smooth for you guys, because looking at it right here, this picture is just, look at that. Look like I got a cooler in here. And you got parts in here shaking as the car is
Art Vandally said, they won in 67 too. At Mike 51 CFD said, the 1967 Ford GT40 MK4 did win in 1967 with AJ Foyt and Dan Gurney driving. The rules were changed for 1968, and that's when John Wyer and Gulf Oil ran the GT40 and won in 1968 and 1969.
All right. So I do know that they won it a couple of years in a row. It's when they started, it's what I've got to look up as far as research, is when they started using the GT40 Mark IV. I hope this looks okay for you guys.
At Shaolin Monk 91 said, what's up?
Shaolin Monk, how's it going? This doesn't feel like a bad car to drive. And I'm using the clutch too. I mean, I don't have to, but using the clutch does make it a little bit more immersive.
At Mike51CFD said, the GT40 MK4 was the car that Ken Miles was test driving when he was killed at Riverside Raceway, California in 1967. At Harry Desi said, Lincoln, did you notice the distance has less blur after yesterday's update?
Yeah, I noticed that, but I also like a few things though that I added, a few things that I did to make the picture even more clear was I'm using the OpenXR toolkit, and I turned off the aliasing. Shit.
Front end damage. You've got some front end damage. Doesn't look too bad though. Keep pushing.
Okay, so right there, I did see a few frame drops. And I know it's because I got all this shit open. I'm thinking what I should probably do is go ahead and hook up the 2 PC thing, because I'm streaming everything from this PC. So I think what I might end up doing is, shit. I'm thinking about ending this stream for about 5 minutes and then fire it right back up.
Those tires and brakes before you start to push me.
Car doesn't handle too bad though. If you brake a lot earlier, the car handles really good. To be an old car. When I use the clutch, this is the first time I really put my clutch to any use with my pedals.
At Necrodogs said, I need to go to bed. Have a good one.
Oh, same
Lincoln
to you.
and chat.
Same to you. Thanks for dropping in.
Said, and like and subscribe. Good night, waving hand.
Appreciate it. Thanks for dropping in, Necrodogs and Wolf Wolf. I'm having to look over the top of the hood though. Oh, shit. It's actually kind of fun using that clutch.
You're free to start pushing, mate. Tires are looking good. Let's see what you can do out there.
Make my feet have to work more, but that's kind of fun. Well, let's skip ahead and do an actual race.
Yeah, mate. Well, we didn't set a time, so we'll be... Come on, mate. Nail this start.
Let's see how this runs.
At Harry Desi said, I wonder if they disabled mirrors to bump up performance for now.
Yeah, it does. It does run better. I mean, like right now, I'm streaming and I've got a whole bunch of apps open on my PC. But when just this game is running, the VR does run. It does run really, really smooth. A lot of body roll. Oh, shit. I think I stalled the car. Now I had to push the clutch in to get it going again. I'm not going to go the whole 15 laps, though. Seeing that hand movement, change the gears like the old days. Oh, but that back end wants to lock up. It's hard to say, it's hard to complain about that though, because cars was like that.
At Scorpion 2 said, do you have a special build that lets you play in VR?
Let me pull over. I would direct you to the Project Motor Racing Discord. Join their Discord, and they have a channel that says Experimental VR. You click on that, you'll have to scroll through some, you'll have to do a little bit of scrolling, but the instructions of how to get that VR up and running is in there. The VR is in an experimental stage right now. So, I don't know if there's certain words that you have to type in the XML. But that's the way I did it at first, because the VR was in an experimental stage. They're saying that it's in an alpha stage now. So, but that would be the best way to get to the VR, is to join their Discord. And like I said, the experimental Discord, the experimental VR channel, scroll through that, and eventually you'll see the instructions of how to enable the VR. So, but yeah, looking at it right there, I mean, it looks just as good as any other VR. The grass looks good. Looking at everything up close, you got this dirty beer cooler here. Look at this old oxygen tank's got nicks and scrapes on it.
Blue flag. Pull off the racing line, let them through. Try not to lose too much time.
And right there, you saw those cars go past. That they actually went through really smooth. All right, let's back out and try a different car. Hopefully the game won't crash on me though. All right. And I've got to remove the headset for a second. Let me take it off again. So you guys are going to see a black screen while I scroll through. That's the big thing with the VR right now. They still got to get that monitor/mirror working, so I don't have to use the Oculus mirror, because when I use the Oculus mirror, every time I take the headset off, you guys are going to see a black screen. So just bear with me a second. So that Corvette and the Capri kind of drive the same. So let's try a different car class. Ooh, I'm actually curious about this. You know what? Let's go ahead and try this Daytona Coupe, this Shelby Daytona Coupe. Let's try that. We'll stay on the same track. Okay. All right, you guys see down in the corner, I am now using the Shelby Daytona Coupe. Same thing, like, oh, this got a wooden steering wheel. Look at that. And the wood even got some nicks and scrapes in it. So yeah, right now the way this game is looking, as far as the VR goes, it looks just as good as any other game. You guys might not see it, but again, I've got the aliasing turned off. When I had the aliasing turned on, the trees look pixelated and blotchy, and so did the gate. But now that I've turned the aliasing off, the trees don't look blotchy, but it does, you know, but all the small details look a little bit glittery, but the picture's nice and sharp. This car seems to be shit. This car feels like it's got more power than that Corvette. I like the lift. I like how realistic the physics are. The body roll when you get on the throttle, how the nose picks up and then drops for a second when you engage the clutch. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, I don't think I'll be able to stop in time. Oof. Yes. Yeah, that's fun using the clutch. So if you guys got pedals that's got a clutch, try it. Yeah, you can see that nose going up and down every time I give it throttle.
At Scorpion 2 said, "Is your mirror not working or is it turned off intentionally?"
That's unfortunately the mirrors are a trade-off for the VR performance. And I think that's why they were very careful about using the words alpha settings for the VR, because the VR does look and run better, but right now the trade-off is that it seems that the devs have disabled the mirrors.
In 5 minutes.
It seems that they have disabled the mirrors, so I only got the radar to see when any cars are coming. But I'm guessing they had to turn the mirrors off for a reason. So I'm led to believe that once they figure it out, they'll turn the mirrors back on. All right, let's go back to the pits and see if we can keep up with these cars in a race.
Not ideal. No time was set. We'll be starting from the back of the grid.
All
We're
right.
gonna have to pass a lot of... Focus on the line.
Let's go. Oh shit. Those Jags, those cars look kind of skinny. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, my performance just dropped. All right. That means I've got to do something that I did not want to do. All right, I've got to turn off the OpenXR toolkit. So hold on, folks. Where are we? Yeah, unfortunately, I got to disable the toolkit. All right. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see if the toolkit deactivated or not. That, and that. Well, I guess we can take this moment to try a different car. Let's try a little funky Jag.
Not ideal. Focus on the lights.
It's still a sharp picture. Wait a minute. It's still showing that the toolkit is still active. Not too bad. Well, now I want to do a few laps in the GT3, and then I'll come back and do some more of these retro cars. Ooh. GT3. I think we'll go with the Lambo. Get straight to it.
Oh, no time set. Come on, mate. Nail this stop.
Damn. Need to make this shit lower. I forgot with these American tracks, we're dealing with feet, not meters.
At MRJ0MMYN. Said. N. At MRJ0MMYN. Said. I. At MRJ0MMYN. Said. G. At MRJ0MMYN. Said. G. At MRJ0MMYN. Said. E. At MRJ0MMYN. Said. R.
Okay. So I guess you found a way to get around the algorithm and be a racist. Give me a second.
At MRJ0MMYN. Said. Sandals. At MRJ0MMYN. Said. Sandals. At MRJ0MMYN. Said. Sandals. At MRJ0MMYN. Said. Sandals. At MRJ0MMYN.
Hold on.
Said.
Sit tight. We're going to take care of
Sandals.
you in a second here.
At MRJ0MMYN. Said.
And the game
Sandals.
crashed on me.
At MRJ0MMYN. Said. Sandals. At MRJ0MMYN. Said. Sandals. At MRJ0MMYN. Said. Sandals.
Hold on. Let me hook you up real quick.
Sandals. At Drew Griffin 2643. Said. Good morning, sir. I really enjoyed this track.
I did too.
At MRJ0MMYN. Said. Jack-o'-lantern, 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 jack.
All right, let's try this again. All right, he has been removed. And the game crashed on me, so give me a second. Yeah, he was a pretty nice guy.
At user Lee1MR4ST6K. Said. Hello, sir.
How's it going, sir? How are you? All right, folks. Game's booting up again. Give me a second.
At Necrodogs. Said. You need mods, Lincoln.
I've got mods, but the mods, my channel's not very big. So the people that are mods on my channel, most of them is just, they're mods because they're my friends. And in most cases, you know, I wouldn't even ask the mods to do anything. But that guy made it obvious, so I had to go ahead and get rid of him.
At Drew Griffin 2643. Said. I'm sorry that some people are fools.
Hey, you don't have to apologize, Griffin. I mean, hey, if, you know, racists are going to be racist. Okay. So, let's get back to these, retro cars. Hey, here's one we can try. All right. All right, for this one, we are in the T70 MK3B GT. Well, shit. Even though I turned off the OpenXR toolkit, it's still a clear picture.
At userly1mr4st6k. Said. Jack-o'-lantern, 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 jack-o'-lantern,
Let's start by
jack-o'-lantern,
closing
jack-o'-lantern.
this. And let's go back so we can get rid of him. So it looks like somebody with more than one account. There we go. All right. That's the end of him. One second, folks. I got to grab my phone.
At Mike51CFD. Said. We are with you, brother. At Drew Griffin 2643. Said. Folded hands.
It's no big deal. It just makes you wonder what is missing in that person's life that they have
at
to.
Dogs. Said. Turn on subscriber only chat.
That's a good idea, but what I don't like about the subscribers chat is I feel like it's a strong arm tactic. I feel like it's you're telling somebody that they can't throw in a quick comment or something unless they're a subscriber. I mean, this is like that guy. That's the first time something's happened like that in years. So that's just one isolated incident. So I think, I just got rid of them. So it's not enough for me to turn on this, the chat and block out other people, because I think when you leave the chat open and you invite people to go ahead and comment, if they like your your content.
Said. And people wonder why I'm misanthropic.
I totally understand that. What an idiot. I mean, but anyway, let's go on. I'm not gonna waste a bunch of energy on that.
Bad luck, mate. We didn't.
right. Let's go. Hopefully you guys can still see.
Focus
At
on the line.
Necrodogs said, I hear you, brother.
Yeah, even though I turned off the OpenXR toolkit, it's still got a clear picture. It's not running quite as good though.
At Got the Jets 2 said, Jack-o'-lantern, 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 jack-o'-lantern.
You know what? I got a little surprise for him. Let's do it like this. Let's go back. User from this channel. All right, so I got a little surprise for him. Pop out the chat. Do something I haven't done in quite a while. And pin it right there. All right, folks, we're good. Just can't have nothing nice. So what I did was
Unlucky. Car was too slow today. We need to find...
if you look to my right, I just popped the window out. So the window's gonna appear inside the car with me. Hey, Dollar Tree, hold on. Let me hook you up. Oh, so this guy's acting like he's from the UK, calling me a wanker. Here, let me see. Here, let me take care of you. There you go. So you can come with 86 different accounts. I'll just keep banning them. Sooner or later, you'll run out. Well, let's go to our classic Sebring. See here, what cars? You know what? Oh, let's try this thing. I called it a thing, the Chaparral. Let's try that. Let's just skip right on ahead to a race.
No time set. Keep focused. Let's get a good start. Take some of those cars off the line.
Ooh! You can see the wings adjusting as they hit the corners. When they go into the corners, looks like it tilts for more downforce, and then they almost acting like a DRS. I'll check the comments here in a second. Oops. Ooh. Yeah, these cars are a little bit jumpy. War Dogs, well, 1 second, I'll check your comment. Unfortunately, I had to turn off speech chat because we had a racist troll in here. Woo! Woo! Let's see here. Let me pull over, see what you said here, War Dogs. You said a couple of them. Let me see here. War Dogs, loving these new cars, brother. What do you think? I like them. The Capri is really fun to drive. And that 1970 Corvette, I think it's a Corvette C3. That's really fun to drive. Yeah, as far as in terms of how good they handle, those are probably the two best cars that I've driven so far. But overall, I like it. The cars look really good. You know, you get up real close and see like that detail right there on the steering wheel and see how old this car is. I mean, it looked like you know, the inside of this car, it looked like it sat in the garage for 20 years and somebody finally pulled it out. Look at that, the engine. Engine sitting right behind me. All the switches. Oh, an air duct in here too. Yep, air duct right here. So let's see here. Carlos, you said, is PMR VR ready? Better than ACC? I know it's a low bar. Right now,
Blue flag. Pull off the racing line and let them through. Try not to lose too much time.
ACC is as far as the VR goes, ACC is a matter of your hardware. If you got a really powerful PC, you can make it look decent and you can make it run good. But if you got a potato, no, it's not gonna look good, and it's probably not gonna run good or look good. Right now, what I'm looking at right here, I think this looks better than ACC. It runs good. The only I'm seeing like little slight micro jutters, but that's because I'm streaming and gaming from the same PC. If I wasn't streaming, this thing would be running buttery smooth. So it did come at a cost because they did disable the mirrors. So I'm thinking that they probably did that while they try to address a bug, and then my guess is they'll enable the mirrors. But what I've got right now, as far as the VR goes, it looks and runs better than ACC. And as you can see by the inside of this car, up close, it looks just as good as any other game in VR, any other racing game in VR. The distance was the problem. If you turn on the aliasing, everything in the distance will look soft. And in some cases it could look blurry, but I've got my resolution cranked up to about 3000. I've turned off the aliasing, and I've got a really nice picture sitting here in front of me. It looks good.
Blue flag.
Let's see here. Drew Griffin, how does the VR handling compare to other sims? Can you only use VR on PC? Yeah, unfortunately, Eris made a mistake when he got interviewed and said that him and another dev mentioned PSVR 2, and everybody took that and ran with it, that the PS5 version was going to get PSVR 2 support. That's not the case. What that dev meant was that he got the PSVR 2 headset working on PC, because that wasn't the case at first. As far as the handling goes, how does the VR handling compare to other sims? I absolutely love it. I had been saying for quite a while, Drew, that I love the handling with most of the cars in this game, and I always knew that once this game got VR support, I was going to be really, really aggressive, and I was going to start turning in better lap times. And it's shown too, because I think here on Sebring, I think I've done my fastest lap on any racing game in the GT3s. I think with the Lambo, I did a 158.2 with the Lamborghini GT3 on here. My previous best was with the Porsche. I did a 158.6, but now I did a 158.2 in the Lamborghini. So I absolutely love the handling. And then the other thing about the handling of this game is that it's easy to see your mistakes. If you approach a corner wrong, it's easy to see where you made the mistake.
Follow the racing line and let them pass.
Yeah, right there, and those cars go by. They're going by really, really smooth. But anyway, as I was saying, when I enter a corner, if I oversteer, I can see it. If I understeer, I can see it. I know exactly what mistake I made. Then the next time I approach that corner, I correct the mistake. And then the next time I hit the corner after that, I can be more aggressive to try to shave off more time. So I absolutely love that about the game. It's easier for me to see when I make a mistake versus Le Mans Ultimate. You think you're going into a corner perfect, and you end up like oversteering. In any case, with Le Mans Ultimate, you make a mistake and you think you figured it out, and you hit that same corner the next time, and you make another mistake, and another mistake, and another mistake. Before you know it, you don't know what the problem is, and you don't know what the solution is. Whereas with this game, like I said, when I approach a corner, if I make a mistake, I can see exactly what I did and where I did it. So the next time I approach that corner, I can make an adjustment, and then I make the adjustment, I fix it, and then the next time I hit that corner, now I'm going in more aggressive. Mike, I have to remember driving skills from when I learned to drive in the mid-1980s, driving 1970s cars. You must be, I'm guessing you must be somewhere around my age, Mike. I'm 59. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I turned off speech chat, so I can't see who followed. But whoever it is, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm waiting for something to show up. I'm waiting for something to show up in the chat. Oh, it's understeering. Wonder what the deal is. Oh, shoot.
There's major damage at the rear. You're going to have to box this lap, mate. Box this lap.
Ah, shite. Yeah, shite. Welcome, Ferbs. So I'm guessing that's who subbed. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And here, let's give you one of these.
Ain't no stopping this train! Whoa!
Appreciate it. All right, let's back out. See what we got. See what else we can do. Try a different car. I already tried all three of these, but you know, you guys didn't see me drive this GT40 yet, so I'll go ahead and do that. Ooh, I like this one right here, but the red one is the more common one. I think that was the more common color that was used back then, so I want to keep it authentic. We'll stay with Sebring. Let's just skip right ahead into a race.
No time set.
Here we go.
Let's get a good start. Take some of those cars off the line.
Ooh, ooh, ooh! Move it! Oh, now he wants. Oh my God! Come on! Ooh, ooh! Ooh, AI!
We can see from the TV feed that there's some damage to the splitter. Looks minor, so no need to pit.
Can I see the damage? I see a little bit of a scrape in the front. Oh shoot. You 55, Mike? All right. Welcome to the 50s club. So that means you were born in 72. Ooh! So every time the car stalls out, I have to push the clutch in order to get the car started again. Ooh! Ooh! tire red hot too. Oh, shit. If you get on that throttle, this front end will lift and the car will understeer. Ooh! Ooh! Mike, learn to drive on a 1979 Pontiac Le Mans station wagon with a 231 V6 and a 2-barrel carburetor, 105 horsepower. Oh my God. Radio Runt, how's it going? Am I getting the Steam frame? Absolutely not. The Steam frame isn't going to do anything that I can't already do. It's wireless PC VR. I can do that with virtual desktop. It has a black and white pass-through. This discontinued Quest Pro that I still use has color pass-through, and the pass-through on the Quest 3 is really clear. It is much more clear. It has pancake lenses, mini LED panels.
Blue flag. Let them pass.
What else? Yeah, that's it. So, and I think especially in today's market, they're going to charge way more than I would be willing to pay for that headset. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that was nice and ran nice and smooth. Hey, look at this. They got a fuse box in here. All the way over here to the left. Check out the fuses. Yeah, they did a pretty good job. Oh, you're born in 1971? Okay, so you so actually you will be let me see here. Oh, you said you were 55? Oh, you're 4 years older than me. Okay. I know what I'm thinking. My bad. Okay. My youngest brother is 5 years younger than me, and he was born in 72. So I'm thinking you're the same age as him. No, you're actually a year older. Okay, yeah, so 1971 is correct. People, I am absolutely tempted to try to go into the rank races and see what's there. Damn. That race is 8 minutes away. Let's see it going on in the custom lobbies. And the JP1, who's this? Black Hole Scott. He's on console. Sorry, folks, that I got my head turned. My eyes itching, so rubbing my eyes. Sorry about that. My joints feel like 155. I feel you. Yeah, some days I wake up in the morning feeling 160. All right, we'll come back to that. Go back to the single player. Well, I guess we could give this Porsche Carrera a go. Looks like this is the best color. Let's see here. Brianza, Spa. San Marino. Yeah, why not? Let's get straight to it.
Bad luck, mate. No. Okay, mate, you can do this.
All right, let's go.
Stay out of trouble in the first few corners. No heroics out there.
Damn, the Porsche logo gone. Oh, oh. Oh, it's a 5-speed. So I gotta run to the shop back soon, guys. All right. I think I'm gonna try my luck in the online. I mean, especially now that I've turned off the OpenXR toolkit, the VR feels a little more stable. So let's see what we got. This will be my first time trying an online race since the update. Okay, 3 people. Let's go. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. And we'll stick with the Alpine. Yeah, we'll go with that one. 5 people registered. Hold on, folks. Okay, the chat window moved. I actually like where it's at now, because now it'll be inside the car with me and I can just glance over and look at it. All right, we got 6 people registered. And so I think it's time to boot up. Oh, excuse me, folks. Sorry about that. Oh, I gotta do something. One more thing here. Preview. Okay, there we go. All right, folks, we're about to find out if the VR can hold up in an online race. In most cases, the performance will go in the tank after a couple of laps. So yeah, BMW has a nice sharp picture in front of me. Let's see here. Oh, yep, there it is right there. It just went in the tank. I got to put the take the headset off and let's see what happens now. There it is. Now it's running smooth. I gave him the open track and he still lost it.
You know the drill, mate. Take it easy for the first few laps. Your tyres and brakes are cold.
Oh, Shaolin Monk is in here.
minutes remaining in the session.
Harry, what's up? You have no problems with VR online? Well, that's where I wish I could say the same.
Nice work, that's the fastest lap. Keep sending it. There's a yellow flag, repeat, yellow flag.
Got one more shot at it. Ah! Well, when this race starts, we'll find out if I'm going to have problems with the VR or not. It's been, for me, the performance has been more consistent in single player. But online, yeah, sometimes I've had the performance go in the tank in as little as one lap. One thing I like about Automobilista 2 with their VR, when you spectate, you could actually go inside the car. All right. All right, 1 second, folks.
Unbelievable driving, mate. That's P1. P1.
I was itching. Sorry, folks. Said, you fast, bro? Nah, I don't. Nah. Nah, I don't think I'm fast at all. I'm going to drop back this race. I'm not even going to try to win it because I want to test the VR. I want to see how it's going to run this race. I want to see if it's going to go in a tank. If the performance doesn't go in a tank, then I'm cleared to go ahead and do some ranked races. If it does go in the tank, then the race is over. Yeah, nice clear picture though. Looks about as good as anybody else's VR. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, here we go.
Come on, mate.
Ain't no stopping this train! Whoa!
Behind you.
Let's go. did see a slight rubber band. Go ahead.
Final lap. Almost there now. Keep focused.
All right, good race, everybody. That was pleasant. It ran good. So yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe we back in business. Maybe I can finally do some rank races in VR. Maybe that's why they disabled the mirrors with this, with the VR. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That's P3, mate. Nice work. Good result for the team.
Well, all right then. You know, half the piece of sub combo. Look at that name. Yeah, 4 people got DQ'd. I wish everybody would have been able to run this race, but GT3 at Sao Paulo? Yeah, why not? Now, if I use the Corvette, the Porsche, or the Lambo, I will turn in some good times, some good lap times. I'm doing Shaolin. I'm doing the GT3 race coming up here in a couple of minutes. I am going to go with the Acura. Yeah. Okay, folks, we got 3 minutes. I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. right, we are back. You guys got a black screen in the meantime, till I put the headset on. Oh, excuse me. In the meantime, till I put the headset on. It said here, man, hope like 2 more people show up. All right, we got 5. I'm good with that. We got 5. In this track, we are at Sao Paulo. All right, folks, got 20 seconds. Oh, the game froze up on me for a second. All right, screen's loading up. We'll resume here in a second. Let me get the vehicle set up. Steering wheel, just 1 click. We'll call that good. All right, I got to do one more thing. Oh shit, I'm the only PC dude in here.
work, that's the fastest lap. Keep sending it. Session ends in 5 minutes.
Oh, there it is. I just lost my performance. It just dropped on me. So they still haven't figured out the online thing yet. Ah, too bad. So, yep, looks like it's still hit or miss with the online. So, at the rate I was moving, I was going to get a low 132 or a high 131. Oh shit, 130. Oh shit. Yeah, I even on my best lap, I don't know if I would have beat these guys. Some good replay angles. Let's see if it's still bad. Yep, it's still bad. Holy shit, it's 9 o'clock already? Holy shit. I like that angle right there. Alright. Alright, so I gotta take the headset off and reset. See what we got.
Okay, mate, you can do this. Let's stay out of trouble in the first few corners. No heroics out there. Race direction that you've got a lasting advantage. Keep the time back. Slow down now. Slow down now. Get back on it.
That's Shaolin in front of me. Oh shit, again?
You've got a lasting advantage. Keep the time back. Slow down now. Slow down now. You've been given a penalty for track limits.
No! I'll check that message in a minute, Mike. Damn, lost a couple of tenths right there. Viking King, what's good, my guy? Last lap. I gotta beat Shaolin by 3 seconds. Oh, god damn.
You've got a lasting advantage. Give the time back. Slow down now. Slow down now. Get back on it.
All right, excellent race. I was able to hit a 131.7.
P3, very strong result. Good haul of points for the team. See you on the podium.
Mike, you said driving the C3 Corvette at Road America, qualified 5th with a 230.7. The Ford Capri have the top 4 starting spots. Hey, no need to apologize, Shaolin. I did that to myself. Now I actually got hit with 2 penalties. I actually got hit with 3 penalties 3 times. 2 of them I backed off so I wouldn't get hit, but that other one I was like, no, I'm going to keep going. What do we got here for hey, that session was pretty good. Now the practice, so that's 2 races in a row where the performance dropped in practice, but it ran buttery smooth in the actual race. So I would say based on what I'm experiencing tonight, the devs are getting ever so close to getting this thing optimized. Let me see. What do we got here for Pro Cup? Let me see what cars. Yeah, let's go with that Corvette. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Shaolin, if you're still watching, I jumped into that GT Pro Cup race at Sebring. So if you're still watching and you want to do another race, jump on in here. You know, because I love me some Sebring. You said I was gonna let you have that spot back, but you know, hey, no. Actually, Shaolin, you did a really good job of racing until you finally went wide and went off the track and like you gave me that spot. But you ran a pretty good race. So when we get into this session, once again, I'll have to take the headset off for a split second, almost like doing a reset, and then hop back in and do a few laps to qualify. And then I'll have to take it off one more time right before the race. Yeah, I saved that setup. It was default with a little twist of my own. Oh, I didn't even touch anything. Damn, and I forgot to save that replay too because that was a really good race. Okay, so I got to take the headset off for a second, folks. Bear with me. Oh, and by the way, Viking King, if you're still watching,
Ain't no stopping this train! Whoa!
all right, just trying to get everything into position. All right, let's go. Steering feels a little bit soft. Oh shit! Oh shit. Oh, this ain't gonna be such a good race.
descent in 5 minutes.
Ooh. That's a wrap. Let's go on head on back. That's still a slick sounding car. He's driving it pretty damn good too. Oh, small lockup right there. Whew. Yeah, really nice sounding car. Looked like he was drifting the car for a second. Yep. Bam! So much for that. Damn, he at 157.3. He driving the hell out of that car. Click.
Yeah, mate. Well, we didn't set a time, so we'll be starting from the back, I'm afraid.
All right. Good luck, Shaolin. Woo. All right. All right, we'll have to go with that. I think that's Shaolin over there in that Lamborghini that's dancing.
Come on, mate. Nail this start.
Ooh, Shaolin. Oh my Lord. Oh shit. There it is. I just lost my performance. It just went in the tank. Oh, man. Well, it looks like the VR performance online is still sporadic. Well, Shaolin went through kind of clean, but let's see here. Yeah, this is still bad. This shit look like it's running at 15 frames per second. So I think I'll go ahead and retire. Oh, all right then. Let me get ready to close shop. All right. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Well, most of it, damn, been live for 3 hours. I haven't done a stream like that in quite a while. Wow. So when I go into the Project Motor Racing Discord, I'll pretty much tell them the same thing that I'm going to tell you guys about the VR performance. It does look and run better. Performance is more consistent with single player, but online is still a little bit sporadic. So, or unpredictable might be a better word. So they'll get it. I do think they have inched a little bit closer though. And so with that, yeah, it's working its way towards 10 o'clock. And I got to get ready to close shop and get ready for work in the morning. Let's see here. Today's Tuesday. Yeah, I'll be back again this week. I don't know when. Get back into a groove of streaming on a normal basis. I'm pretty sure it'll probably be Project Motor Racing. Over the past couple of weeks, even though I haven't been on YouTube, I've still been bouncing around to other sims because basically for comparison purposes, I might be playing Project Motor Racing and I might be on Sebring and I might be in the Porsche or something. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me jump over to this game and try Sebring with their version of Porsche and compare it. And so I've just been bouncing around the different streams over the past, different games over the past couple of weeks. So, thanks so much for watching, everybody. That's going to do it for me. Again, I'll see you guys this week. Have a good rest of the week until I see you guys again. Until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever, long live the king, and deuces. Have a good one, everybody. See you soon.